Hello, BBN. It's going to be terrible, but not for Kentucky, rather for the competitors. Want to know more? Watch the entire video to stay updated with the Wildcats. Also, subscribe to receive more videos with the latest news. Here we go. If Jasper Johnson decides to commit to the Wildcats, it will be a game changer and a terrible loss for all the programs that missed out on him, but a success for the Wildcats. This situation brings back memories, now with Pope's help, in an era when local talents not only made up the roster, but also played essential roles in the team's success. Pope has shown a clear intention to prioritize state talent since taking over. If successful, this strategy could not only strengthen the team, but also reignite a tradition long missing in Lexington. If Jasper Johnson joins Kentucky, he would be the fourth in-state scholarship player on the 2025-26 roster, following in the footsteps of Malachi Moreno, Trent Noah, and Travis Perry, who are also products of local basketball. Such a lineup would be a rarity in recent years, with the last occurrence in 2013-14 under John Calipari's leadership, when Derek Willis, Dominique Hawkins, John Hood, and Jared Polson donned the Wildcats jersey. That team nearly clinched Kentucky's 9th NCAA title, a feat fondly remembered by fans. And if Johnson's potential arrival on this list, after a decade without 4 in-state scholarship players on the roster, would bring immediate nostalgia and a strong local community connection. And the BBN would love it, for sure. Kentucky's history is rich in local talents who have left their mark on the program. During Tubby Smith's era, it was common to see a strong presence of state players. The 2004-2005 and 2005-2006 teams, for example, were driven by players like Rajon Rondo, Patrick Sparks, Brandon Stockton, and Josh Carrier, all from Kentucky. These athletes not only participated, but were crucial to the team's success, becoming respected names in the university's basketball legacy. For Mark Pope, the opportunity to replicate this success is unprecedented, and Johnson's potential addition to the roster could herald a new era of fond memories, but terrible for the competitors. A winning team with Pope is coming. Do you believe it? If so, subscribe to the channel by pressing the subscription button. Jasper Johnson has been a central figure in recent recruiting, with his name coming up in numerous discussions and rumors. His final decision, whether to stay in Lexington or seek opportunities elsewhere, will significantly impact not only Kentucky's future, but the entire college basketball landscape. If he chooses to stay home, he will contribute to a rare setup of 4 in-state scholarship players on the roster, an occurrence that has happened only 9 times since Rick Pitino's first season in 1989-90. This potential lineup would mark a decade since the last time it happened, making it a notable achievement for Pope and a sign that the coach is committed to restoring the program's roots. Mark Pope's commitment to retaining local talents reflects a conscious strategy to build a team that not only has skill, but also a deep connection with Kentucky's culture and history. In an era where college basketball programs often look beyond their borders for stars, Pope is reversing this trend by bringing the focus back to Commonwealth talents. This approach creates a team that keeps the rich tradition of Kentucky basketball alive. The last time Kentucky had a roster with this local composition, the team nearly reached the ultimate glory, and the potential to repeat that feat with Johnson, Moreno, Noah, and Perry is an exhilarating thought for the fans. Each of these players brings unique skills to the court, and together, they could form the core of a team that not only competes at a high level, but also represents the pride of Kentucky basketball. Let's continue to move forward at the highest level with Pope's strategies and rooting for the Wildcats. Otega Oweh is about to become a household name for the BBN, but he wants Kentucky fans to know him beyond the statistics and on-court plays. He describes himself as a versatile player, ready to adapt to any role that Coach Mark Pope requires, whether it's shooting, defending, or creating opportunities for his teammates. However, Oa also wants fans to know that, above all, he is a good teammate, someone who values the Kentucky family and the collective sports spirit. With his nickname Tigatron, given during his impressive performance at Peach Jam back in high school, Oa has proven to be a chameleonic player, capable of transforming and performing various functions on the court. This nickname is not just a reference to his talent, but also to his mindset in the game. Believe in oneself, keep the faith, and never give up, no matter the situation. These qualities are exactly what Mark Pope was looking for when he brought Oa to Kentucky. During his final season in Oklahoma, Oa showcased his potential in several moments, proving to be more than just a rotational player. With averages of 11.4 points, 3.8 rebounds, and 1.0 assists per game, he stood out in various matches, including a 23-point performance against North Carolina, where his shooting accuracy and free throws impressed everyone. These performances were crucial to catch Pope's attention, who now counts on Oa for similar moments in high-pressure scenarios common in elite college basketball. Oa's journey to Kentucky was not easy, but his development over the past season is a testament to his dedication and skill. After a quiet freshman season, averaging 4.8 points and 2.1 rebounds per game, Oa made a significant leap in his sophomore year, establishing himself as an important piece for the Sooners. Now, with the move to Kentucky, he faces the challenge of integrating into a team full of talent and led by experienced veterans. The roster that Mark Pope has assembled for his inaugural season at the helm of the Wildcats is undoubtedly impressive. With players like Lamont Butler, a Final Four hero from San Diego State, Kirk Kriisa, an experienced shooter, and Jackson Robinson, a former BYU sharpshooter, Oa joins a group of veterans who know what it means to compete at a high level. The presence of shooters like Kobe Brea and Ansley Almoner, along with the versatility of Robinson, who can defend multiple positions, only strengthens this team further. Additionally, Kentucky's front line promises to be one of the most dominant in the league, with players like Amari Williams, a three-time Defensive Player of the Year, Andrew Carr, and Brandon Garrison, all of great stature and defensive ability. The challenge for Oa will be to find his place in this talented roster and contribute significantly, something he is determined to do. Oa arrives at Kentucky at a different time, where the program seeks to reestablish its dominance under the now leadership of Mark Pope. The new coach has brought a renewed approach, combining local talents and experienced players from outside to create a team that not only competes, but also plays with a winning mentality. For Oa, this is the perfect opportunity to show that he can be the player Pope needs, adapting to the demands of each game and playing a crucial role in the success of the Wildcats. His journey so far is a testament to his resilience and adaptability, and as he prepares for the big season in Lexington, Oa promises to give his best at every opportunity that comes his way. Let's go forward. Let's talk about Trent Noah. There are high expectations for this guy. When the opportunity to play for the Kentucky Wildcats presented itself, Trent Noah's decision was almost instantaneous. A native of Harlan County, Noah grew up dreaming of donning the wonderful blue jersey of Kentucky. When Mark Pope took over the program's helm, Noah did not hesitate to abandon his previous commitment to South Carolina to follow his heart and join the Wildcats here in Lexington. The chance to represent the state he has always loved was simply irresistible. Noah maintained a reserved demeanor throughout the recruitment process, not revealing many details about the change in plans. Instead, he chose to focus on what really matters now, the joy of being in Kentucky. He knows that his decision to switch from South Carolina to Kentucky was not just a strategic choice, but a step toward fulfilling a childhood dream. It could have been easy for Noah to stay in South Carolina, where under the guidance of Coach Lamont Paris, he would undoubtedly have more opportunities to shine from the start. However, for a kid born and raised in Kentucky, the chance to play for the Wildcats is something special, an honor few achieve. Noah not only accepted the challenge, but also embraced the pressure and responsibility that come with representing his home state. Growing up as a Kentucky fan, I obviously know how important it is to wear the Kentucky jersey, Noah stated. Pressure is a privilege. It's amazing to be here, very grateful to be here. That's why we don't take it for granted. We come in every day and work, and it's truly an honor to wear the jersey. These words reflect the maturity and sense of responsibility Noah brings to the team, something that is valued by Pope and his teammates. Besides his passion for the program, Noah also fits perfectly into the playing system that Mark Pope is implementing at Kentucky. With an impressive long-distance shooting ability, Noah is an ideal piece for the fast-paced, three-point-focused offense that Pope wants to establish. It's easy to forget that Noah finished his high school career as the 5th all-time leading scorer in the state of Kentucky, with 3,707 points. His ability to score from anywhere on the court is a powerful weapon that he brings to the Wildcats. "I feel like the offense is tailored for me," Noah commented, showing his confidence in thriving in Pope's playing scheme. And this confidence is not unfounded. Earlier in the summer, another freshman, Travis Perry, also a local talent and high school career scoring record holder in the Bluegrass, has been attracting attention, and it's no wonder they will have the opportunity to play on this team. However, Noah has also been praised by his teammates, who see him as a player committed and willing to do whatever it takes to help the team win. Kobe Brea, a fifth-year senior guard, was one of the voices highlighting Noah's dedication. "I feel like he has been great," Brea said. "Trent has been really great. Coach talks a lot about how he committed to South Carolina and had a spot set for him, but he chose a more difficult path to come here, understanding he might not have the same immediate impact he would have at another school. But he's so willing to learn, listen, and do all the right things." Brea, with his experience, has advised patience to Noah, reminding him that not everything in college basketball happens instantly. This message has resonated with Noah, who has shown maturity in absorbing all the information and advice possible during practices. "I remember being a freshman and wanting everything to happen super fast," Brea reflected. "But that's not the reality for many of us." For Trent Noah at Kentucky, the support of guys like Brea and others, as well as Coach Pope, is crucial to developing this talented player. This team is going to be successful. Let's go forward. Kentucky owns best fan base in college basketball, says NCAA.com. The passion of the BBN is not just remarkable. It's unparalleled in the college basketball scene. This unwavering admiration of the Kentucky Wildcats fans was recently acknowledged by Andy Katz of NCAA.com, who ranked the Wildcats fan base as the best in college basketball. This distinction, which may not come as a surprise to fans in Lexington, highlights what many already know. The love for basketball in Kentucky transcends the ordinary. It's something indescribable. The press conference introducing Mark Pope as the new Wildcats coach, held on a seemingly random Sunday in April, serves as a clear example of this admiration. It's not every day you see an arena like Rupp Arena nearly filled just for a press conference. This event underlines the intensity and passion that the Big Blue Nation brings, not just during the season, but all year round. Even without a game in sight, Kentucky fans demonstrated that their loyalty extends beyond the court, fervently following every move of the program. Andy Katz captured this essence well by saying, 3 words, Big Blue Nation. His analysis places the Kentucky fan base at the top, ahead of renowned programs like UConn, Kansas, and Duke. This prominent position reflects not just the quantity, but the quality of support the Wildcats receive. While other fan bases are known for their passion, few can rival the ability of Kentucky fans to turn an ordinary event into something extraordinary. Kentucky being rated as the best fan base in the SEC also testifies to the impact this community has on college basketball. With John Calipari now leading Arkansas, The Razorbacks also appear in the top 10, but it is Kentucky that leads, making it clear that, despite changes, the passion in Lexington remains unwavering. Katz's list, which places Kentucky at the top, followed by UConn, Kansas, Duke, and other giants of college basketball, underscores the weight that tradition and consistency have in shaping these fan bases. For Kentucky, this tradition is built on decades of success, numerous titles, and a deep connection between the program and the state. Rupp Arena is not just a venue for games. It's a sanctuary where the Big Blue Nation gathers, cheers, and suffers together with their team. The list continues with Illinois, North Carolina, Indiana, Arkansas, and Iowa State completing the top 10, but it's Kentucky that remains the gold standard, the example to follow. The passion of these fans not only fills stadiums, but also inspires players and coaches to give their best, knowing they have the unconditional support of a base that lives and breathes basketball. Whether at Rupp Arena or anywhere else in the country, the Wildcats can always count on a sea of blue in the stands, ready to cheer fervently and support the team at every step of the journey. This loyalty is not just a characteristic. It's the essence of what it means to be part of the Big Blue Nation. And as long as basketball continues to be played in Kentucky, this passion will never wane. Let's go forward, B-Man. And what about football? The debut of Brock Vandagriff as the starting quarterback for the Kentucky Wildcats was undoubtedly one of the most anticipated and discussed moments of the college football season opener. The conditions under which Vandagriff made his debut could not have been more challenging, with delays caused by adverse weather conditions, interrupting the game for over 2 hours. Despite less than ideal circumstances, Vandagriff and the Wildcats managed not only to deliver a victorious performance, but also to cover the spread, generating optimism among fans and analysts. The game against the opposing team showed a first glimpse of the new dynamic Vandagriff brings to the team. His start was a bit shaky, with an interception due to a miscommunication. However, as the game progressed and he adapted to the pace and pressure, his performance significantly improved. Vandagriff led the Wildcats to score on 5 of their last 6 drives, demonstrating a remarkable ability to bounce back and adapt. His 3 passing touchdowns and the ability to navigate the pocket and use his legs to extend plays were particularly impressive, drawing comparisons to former Wildcat Will Levis, as noted by Coach Mark Stoops. Coach Stoops did not hold back in his praise for his quarterback, highlighting the strength, physicality, and maturity Vandagriff showed on the field. He played as I expected, Stoops said. That's a big part when a guy can run like he does. You always have to be aware of that. This ability to make dynamic plays and keep the opposing defense guessing is exactly what Stoops values in a quarterback. In addition to technical analysis, Vandagriff also received recognition from Pro Football Focus, where his performance earned him a high score, placing him among the best QBs of the first week of college football. These numbers not only reflect his technical skill, but also his immediate impact and leadership on the field, a combination that will be vital for future challenges, especially with the next game against SEC competition. The Wildcats have a challenging schedule ahead, and Vandagriff's performance against South Carolina will be crucial. It's a game many consider a must-win for a successful season. The excitement around Vandagriff is not just about his stats. It's about his ability to elevate the entire team's play and quickly adapt to the demands of high-level college football. With the support of Coach Mark Stoops, whose ability to develop talent and build a competitive team is widely recognized, Vandagriff has everything it takes to shape a memorable season for the Kentucky Wildcats. Let's make a difference in football, too. This season is going to be terrible for the Wildcats' opponents. What's your opinion? Comment